1. And we're live.
Alright, hey everybody, what's going on? This is Aether's Workshop, Starry Eyes, a podcast where you submit your animations so we can give you tips and tricks on how to improve your animations. I'm Sprite Star, creator of Olympia. We have Weststream, creator of Astra. And we have Geek, creator of Mala. Yeah.
Hey,
great start.
Hey, hello.
Yeah.
All right. Oh my goodness, it's been a while. I don't know. This week felt like so long. I don't know why.
It really has, honestly.
Yeah?
It's like time has warped to being so slow.
Yeah, like when was last episode?
That was like 7 days ago.
Oh.
Bro, that's a lot.
7 days is a lot. Yeah. All right. Let's get this started.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get all this started. We got no time to dilly dally, and we're gonna start off with something very special because we have a submission that was submitted by someone.
Really?
Yeah, I know, right? Shocker. But here's the more shocking part about it, right? So this submission isn't an idol from this person. It's something more. So our favorite I can't come up with a joke in time. They're making an attack. They're sticking to this one. We're shocked and oddly excited about this. It's great.
Star's making a character.
Yeah.
Dar! Finally! It's about time!
Oh, that's why you named it that.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Nice.
Hey. Finger guns. Alright.
Hey.
Alright. Specific criteria for this submission, though. Oh boy. Oh boy. Freaking weak. Alright. Here's what he specifically said. Where is it? Scroll down. Alright. Criteria: be brutal on critique.
Alright. Fuck you, it sucks. No.
Are you kidding?
What the what the fuck?
Oh yeah. He also decided to remake all the characters of this animation of this character so far. You know why?
Why?
Head big.
Ah.
Head too big. If you actually put it with the two.
Yeah. I know that.
I
know that.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you put it to amongst other characters, it just doesn't fit. Luckily, he doesn't mind. He,
They, I guess.
they, bread.
Yeah. It reminds me of something that's on Twitter where it was like, step 1, draw the head. Step 2, draw the body. Step 3, resize the head.
Oh, honestly, that's a mood sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. If you guys don't know, this guy, the creator of this guy is Dar Non-Vulkaz. I believe I pronounced it right.
Yeah.
And they have been animating an assortment of characters. You may have seen them in Starry Eyes before, as one who made that extremely closely look-alike of Astra. And ever since then, they did nothing but surprise us.
Yeah. There was
And they
the
submitted,
dagger
like,
one
okay,
with the yeah, they submitted a lot of things.
Yeah,
A
it's like
lot of things.
the goat with like cloud abilities.
Yeah.
This era.
Yeah. Anyway, they're known as Feather right now on the extended workshops. Check them out. Really good. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I can't see.
You should probably get that checked out.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. We are gonna critique this guy.
Yeah,
What do you
I'm looking at it.
I don't know. Is there any improvements?
Not really.
I don't know. It's perfect in every way. If you want us to be brutal, I am trying to find every single minor thing that I could like, you know.
Yeah, like I know you said to be brutal, and I'm trying to nitpick, but
You even have the frigging shading on the sword slash.
yeah, look
Oh,
at the physics on his like jacket. Look at how that flows. Holy shit.
You want to know what I can say to that? The jacket flows nice. The blur on the swing is nice. The tail doesn't follow it. It just kind of like sits there.
yeah. I was about to mention that too.
Another thing that I would probably like say to that is maybe a slight overshoot of the sword, or not even an overshoot. There's something else I could say to this, because this is a buster sword we're looking at, or rather like a giant knife or something like that. Like this thing is supposed to be like heavy looking, right? Like these types of swords are generally supposed to be heavy. I know there was like some discourse going on last time where somebody was like, well, all swords are heavy. It's like, well, no, this sword specifically could be heavy.
Yeah. You haven't seen a short sword, dude?
Yeah, you haven't seen a rapier? Like those things are made to be light.
Most actual swords are like, aren't they just around like 5 pounds?
Yeah,
That's not a whole lot.
They're actually surprisingly light. But this one got a lot of metal on it, so this is going to be a little, if not way more heavier than a typical sword. That's fine. I would probably say, as a critique, to improve on it, is to do more of a like shoulder turn after the swing, so you can do more of a visual of the character actually like trying to steady themselves after the swing.
You want me to nitpick? Okay. Ears. It just stops.
Yeah.
Give it a little, a little bit forward after the slash.
There's a lot of fidelity in this, but adding more would be great.
Yeah. Let's see the tail. I think you can work on the smear a bit more.
Yeah. I think
Like,
so.
Like the smear itself is good. I just think it could be a little smoother, because like if you look like on the frame where it's the brightest, it's kind of got a little bit. It's a little wibbly.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. On a side note, I really love the dash lines you did there.
Yeah. It's like clear inside B.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why it reminds me of Mega Man Zero for some reason.
I don't know why either.
it's escaping me. Oh yeah, one more thing
else to add? Like,
I would actually say to do more of a head turn. So because the neck is like pretty stationary here, and maybe just even a slight head turn that like help show the shoulder turn that I recommended earlier. Like that will help make things seem more weighted.
Yeah.
And that's like the shoulder turning, like upper torso, shoulders turning, a little bit of a head turn, a little bit of like movement in the sword going backwards, like moving away. like it snaps away, and then you're slowly starting to like move forward, because there's a blur that moves back to idle, but you could probably just like do a more of a steadier turn to it. Hold on, drop. Okay, yeah. More of a steadier like recovery, and then to the snap, just to show a little bit more weight to it. Not a lot, just a little.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
that's
I was about to figure this out, by the way. Like, what do you call this? The clothes are too dark, but I actually checked the chat that they made it lighter.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Contrast. Contrast.
Yeah. Something I kind of noticed. It kind of snaps back to idle, which is fine, except like looking at the tail, which you're kind of pointing out is a little bit of an issue compared to the flowiness of the rest of the sprite. But on the idle, it's got that little like, it's kind of just raised up in the air and just kind of like curly cat. But like on the end leg of the move, it flops onto the floor and it doesn't really transition back to the idle position. The same goes for the sword, I think. I think it's fine as is, but you said to be brutal, so.
Yeah.
Like for the last two frames, it just kind of like the sword just gets really bendy.
Oh yeah. Honestly, yeah. This would be like a lot of nitpicking, but hey, you said to be brutal.
Yeah, but like if you didn't specify to be brutal, I'd be like, no, this is fine.
And there it is. I think that's all the opinions that we got on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty clear and concise on this one.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, we're good.
But
There's just like weird drops in frames. Sorry about that, everybody. Yeah, that's all we got for for this. All the critique and whatnot.
yeah.
That's literally like the only thing I got cut out on.
Okay.
Yeah.
We better not go to the sketch dimension again.
Oh boy. Sorry about that. Anyway, we're gonna go over to our next animation. And we got the Commander Frog, or whatever the fuck the scaredest name is. It's from an anime. That's all I know.
Karoro?
Probably.
I pronounced that like shit. Oh. I feel dirty pronouncing it like that. I don't know Japanese. I don't know how to pronounce it.
If you want the legitimate pronunciation, it's Keroro.
Karoro?
Yeah, Keroro or Keroro.
Alright.
Since it's Japanese, I tried to blend the R and L together.
Yeah, I noticed that. They kind of like roll the R's a tiny bit, but not like actually rolling it.
Anyway,
It's interesting.
but yeah, this is Keroro.
Frog.
This is Sergeant Frog. Let's see. Is this idol?
Oh, that's his idol? Is it the idol?
I need to scroll up.
Oh yeah, it is the idol. Idol.gif.
Okay. Alright. I mean, pretty good at it is. I don't know, but more of gearing up to grab someone.
Yeah.
Like, I get what you're going for, but it looks like they're about to grab someone.
It looks like they're crouching. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're already small.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, now I'm curious as to what their actual crouch looks like. Animation-wise, though, it's good. It feels a little too active, I guess. Well, not too active. It's a pretty active character.
It's a pretty active character. Bitrate is high. Is your bitrate too high?
That might be it.
It might be.
It might be it.
Which I might be.
Yeah, you should probably check if you're like
Yeah. Or else
bitrate's
we're
too
gonna have
high.
to go to the sketch dimension.
Sketch dimension.
Yeah.
Also, while we're here and fixing stuff,
Yeah.
Sergeant Carrero,
Whoa,
really good
that's
anime.
a lot of bits.
It's about
Okay,
Ooh.
we're good. I'm a
Cool.
dumb.
Okay.
I'm a dumbass.
yeah. Anyway, Sergeant Carrero, really good anime. It's about a frog race trying to take over Earth and completely fails at it.
Cool.
Favorite character's the mama. There you go. Right. Let's see. I really like the hat plot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna nitpick about it because I'm gonna say, but really, my biggest gripe with this is just really the front arm.
Yeah.
How about you? How about anything you got here, Spire?
I think the only thing that I would call out for
Or-
this is what? 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 Ah. Chat, can you hear me? I swear to God.
You're silent a little bit there.
All right, is it working now? No, it's not. What the shit? Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. Hold on. Discord's acting weird for me. Oh boy. Why this of all things? Hold on.
Hey,
Okay, now it's working. Sorry about that.
Awesome. Cool.
Cool.
Literally do not know
Love to
why
tech
that
support in the
happened.
middle of the stream.
Yeah, sorry about that. Back
That's
to
fine.
back to this. Not really sure what else I could say to this. You guys have already covered all the other points. I guess the only reason why I'm not saying much about this, because this is, again, as Geek said, too much of an idol, in my opinion. I think it's a little too lively. Maybe it being a little less, I guess, I don't know. I think it's the leg motion that does. I think it's the leg motion that doesn't do it for me, of all things. But I guess it's fine. I mean, it's enough of emotion for people to see on screen, so I guess it's fine. It's just like something I wouldn't do. But yeah, you guys have already like covered all the points for this one. I feel there's not much else I can add to this.
yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's go on to the next one. I believe this. I don't think we've experienced this character, but I've seen them definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely. So yes, the fabled 12-hit jab, as he called it. You know, rapid hits are pretty cool. Haven't seen one happen in Rivals Workshop in a second. So yeah.
Well, doesn't this character wear a bunch of like wigs or something? Or like hats?
Probably? I honestly couldn't tell you.
I don't know if they're in the chat. But let me know if they wear hats. I vaguely remember that being a gimmick.
I'm not sure what really to say for this character. It's pretty
Like,
great.
it's anime.
Yeah, like it's animated fine.
Although, like, I do kind of want to point out, it's like it feels a little stiffly well.
Yeah.
I don't know what about it. Maybe it's the head shape. Maybe it's the way they stand during the punch. Maybe the punch itself is kind of like limited in some sort of way.
Yeah.
Maybe how they like stand.
Yeah, like throughout all the motions, they're pretty much standing straight upright. Like, they are twisting their torso, but that's about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
There just isn't.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
I have
hanging
a
in
quick
there.
question.
Yes.
You did check your bit rate, right?
Yep, and I turned it down.
To
It was up pretty high. Well, it isn't in 10,000. I'll say that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you may want to restart the stream on that part.
All right. Fuck.
A little bit here, just a little bit,
Just a little.
just to make sure that the bit rate is set properly. Because right now, what it's doing is switch up rate and shooting up to like 10,000 bit rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, quick reset. That should be fine now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fine on my end.
Okay,
All right.
I think we're good.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
in the
I think-
green. I'm still in the
Cool.
green, so it's fine.
All right.
So yeah, there's a lot of things that was like brought up for this. I think it's more so the stance of it, especially on the third hit.
Love to stream.
Hello, stream. You guys are doing a wonderful time.
Yeah. Great.
I got it refreshed, and I can't tell if the stream's actually still going or just repeating because it's the same animation repeating.
Yeah.
What do you call this? It looks fine to me. It looks stable.
Yeah, I think we're good. For real this time.
All right, cool. Sorry about that. Fucking
Just in case, I'm gonna.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, guys.
I like critiquing animation.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's real
And you
fun.
get to actually do it.
Yeah. But yeah, stance. It goes from foot close together to foot forward and then foot back. I understand the like distribution of weight there, but I don't know. Maybe it being like another step forward instead, or maybe it's supposed to be that, and because of it being centered to the middle of the mass, you know, whatever. Yeah, I would probably go for a more of a lean in instead of like, I don't know. If it steps forward, then it's fine. My main issue would be the quote unquote smear for the second hit, because it's more so of just like a wave instead of a smear, which is fine when it's like the first and third punches, but the second one seems kind of like out of place, you know?
I mean, it
Yeah.
looks perfectly fine to me. It's just that I guess it's just that the way they're standing feels off. Like they're just centered the entire way, kind of deal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even lean back a little bit on the third, on like the flurry.
Yeah.
That's more of a stance you would pick when you're like shooting a gun, not punching.
Yeah.
Yeah, or your Dio. I mean,
Yeah.
I
That-
think pretty much.
I will say though, the second punch, like the uppercut one, does lack a lot of impact, and that kind of goes for the rest of the punches. Jab 1 is fine. Jab
Okay.
2, it has no lead up and it has no follow through. The arms just kind of appear and then they're gone again. There's nothing to convince me that she didn't just kind of place her arms there.
Yeah.
And also on the flurry of jabs, I think something that contributes to it is her body does not move. The arms just kind of go. Which, like, yeah, I get it. They're punching one every fucking frame. Like, you can't really have a wind-up for punches that fast, but it just kind of feels like she's sticking her arms out and they're just kind of appearing in front of her as bullets for some reason. I don't know. She needs to sell the emotion a lot better.
Definitely. Yeah.
Like, even for jabs, the weakest attack in the game, you should sell the motion on that, because it should still hurt.
Yeah.
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 Also,
Yeah.
I would like to add that this stream has now become way more consistent with the lower bit rate. I'm an idiot. Anyway.
Okay. All right. One more thing. I just want to point this out, and I really love it. It's just the first jab is just really smooth, but it also sells the motion. I just love it.
Yeah.
It's just the three arms go.
Yeah. I like it. All those better be separate hitboxes.
But yeah. That's pretty much all of the things for that one. Let's go ahead and move over to the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get to the next one.
Alright, we got ourselves a little plant dude. And by little, I mean fucking massive. I gotta do that. I don't know what this move is intended to be.
I believe it's a chomp. Right? It's a chomp. And then, like, spits them out.
Is
There
this
you
like
go.
an article?
I don't know. Also, their name's Hat-Trick, by the way.
Oh.
Nice.
Or Malachi, I think. I think it's Hat-Trick, but it says Malachi in.
That might be like in the actual hat's named Hat-Trick? I don't know.
Oh, Inverted said it's a command grab.
Oh. Oh yeah, so they like chomp them and then like put them in the hat and they spit them out later.
Okay, so my main gripe here isn't exactly like the initial chomp. You know why?
Why is
It
that?
feels very stiff.
Oh yeah. The frames
Like-
just kind of exist.
The smears doesn't follow the motion.
Yeah.
The plant thing swallows the opponent, retreats into the hat, beats them inside the head, and spits them out. There you go.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Oh god, I'm gonna sneeze. So...
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna tell you something. It's probably gonna be hard to hear. I know drawing big sprites is very scary, and I know you don't want to animate the entire thing like you would with a small sprite, but you gotta do it. You gotta do it, man. You gotta commit to having a big sprite. You can't just skip out on that. Hell, you gotta put like more effort into it because like you can't get away with as much on large sprites. It's gotta have like as much follow through and wind up as an actual regular attack on a regular sized sprite.
Yeah, you gotta commit.
Like, while we save, it's like keep redrawing. Alright. Like, okay. Alright, so the difference between smaller sprites and larger sprites, right? while you have a limited space on smaller sprites, you could definitely like hack a few things here and there. But the more larger you go, the more detail you're gonna have to do.
Mhm.
And that's just the standard. Like, sure, you could get away with a few things, but you know, there are techniques to like help out, like smooth out the animation and do all sorts of stuff with larger animations. But right now, it's kind of like frame by frame by frame.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like very obvious, like things, right? You do want to have the consistency of motion here, like everything kind of like looks like it's snapping.
Mhm.
Be sure that like everything that you do like follows this motion. Like there's this tool called onion skin.
Yeah.
Onion skin.
So you could like check how it looks like on an A sprite, right? On an A sprite. You could have this small preview window that keeps on like playing, so you could like determine like how smooth the animation is, right? Or how fluid the animation. I can't say how smooth because like that's adding a lot more frames, more fluidity there. But like and then you could just check the motion. It's like, okay, what's wrong between the motion? Why does it look like that? Then you could use like onion skin to find out like the frame before and afterwards. And you could adjust that onion. I'm not sure if you're using Sprite or not, but yeah, a lot of programs have tools like that.
Yeah.
And if not, just play it over and over and then just pause on the frame like you think is wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is also applies to like what do you call this? Not just the throw on the end, but also like on the mouth. Like I could see what you're trying to do there, and I could see like a little bit of squash and stretch right there, but it's like really stiff.
Mhm. Is this supposed to be a plant? It kind of looks planty.
Probably.
Okay. Neat.
I will say.
I really like all this. A wind up to the entire move, right?
Yeah. I will say my favorite part of the animation is like the middle part of it, where like the hat or whatever it is, like starts jumbling around and like hops from side to side. I love that. You want to know? You remember the last episode when we were doing all this, where the sandbag exercise or flower bag exercise, where you give an inanimate object personality? This is I consider this personality, even though it's just like jumbly like whatever. It's just like erratic motion inside of a contained area, but like it's sporadic and it like goes from side to side. It has this cartoony charm to it. I love it.
Yeah. Like the actual like all the animation leading up to the actual spitting him back out is really good. It's got a lot of like force to it. It's a lot of like squash and stretch and everything just kind of like pops, I guess. But like it's got a lot of, it's really good squishy motion. And then the throw happens and then the all goes away.
Yeah.
Which makes the stiff animation stand out. Like the rest of it's good and then it feels unfinished.
Yeah. Just gotta give yourself enough time to finish up and do all the other crazy shit for that.
Mm-hmm. You got a lot of the fundamentals right, but there are a few that were wrong.
Yeah.
Draw more frame.
All right. I think we're good with this one.
Yeah, we are good with this one.
We are killing.
All right, let's go over to our next animation. It is a Forward Strong from Bob. Yeah,
nice.
Look at him. It's Sonic's Forward Smash. My favorite animation. I really dislike the Forward Strong on Sonic, and not because if it's a bad animation, it's because it's on Sonic. I don't think it fits, but that's me.
Yeah, there's definitely moves better for Sonic Battle.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But on
other than
Bob
that,
here,
I am still surprised how Bob has came a long way.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's been months since we last saw him where he had like the weird like stick shotgun thing and he like just shot up in the air, and now he's doing like this good shit. Like holy hell, let me blow it up a little bit so you guys can like get a better like gauge on what's going on. Like this, it's weirdly really good.
Yeah.
The only gripe I have with this, right, is like it's not the impact that, you know, or I know it's just timing related, but on a gift like this, you can't usually. But the way that the smear ends doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Like when you press forward, it disperses in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Like I was expecting the smear to like end moving forward, at least.
Yeah. Like, the lingering effect like that seems more like, oh, if they were like slapping, like if they're slapping the side of something. But that's not what's happening. They're punching forwards.
Yeah.
So like, since we're talking about motion here, be sure when you're doing a smear that's larger than the actual limb on it, you make sure that the smear ends following that motion, not just dispersing the middle like that.
Yeah.
Another thing is just that I don't know why, but like if you notice the left foot or right foot on the character itself, it's like slightly twitching on the shading right there.
Oh yeah, it is on the follow through.
Oh yeah.
And that's pretty much what I got.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to add to that. Damn, this is smooth.
Yeah, it's a
is.
smooth animation. It's just the smear. It dispersing
Yeah.
outward instead of forward is just weird, and also the slight shading on the foot. Listen, man, you came a long fucking way, man. Like, holy hell, fucking congrats on your fucking progress,
I
man.
like how at the very end of the punch right away, like it just doesn't reel back. He tries to like do his best to like stand still again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
just overall great animation. Just need to clean up some areas. That's all. All right,
Yeah.
on to the next animation. We finally, well, no, it's our second idol of the night. So
What was the first idol? Oh, the Carota.
yeah. So we got this guy here. You know, he's grooving, he's moving. You know,
Yeah,
pretty cool, dude.
having a grand old time.
he's just
I'm
vibing.
not gonna lie, I really like this because it's just a screams out personality. I'm a cool dude.
Yeah. It
Like,
is
oh,
a
you even
neat
got-
animation.
You even got like the soles of the shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
good
yeah.
attention to detail.
Let's see. Do we have anything here?
So, when are you gonna shade it?
Are you actually gonna shade it, or is it an art style kind of thing? Okay.
Cries inside.
I'm curious, right? Aside from that, I don't know about how the like the collar, right? The collar hood, like hood to the collar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like I know it's schmoving like that, but I don't know if it should wave like that,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like
Yeah.
the
Kind
Like,
of
it just
rotating a
grows.
little. Yeah.
yeah, like I don't see any motion to make it move like towards the like the front, Like I get you're like trying to like move the hood and all, but I don't think it's enough to move over the shoulder kind of deal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it for me. And another thing is, did you notice like the left hand is just moving up and down?
Yeah. The arms
Right.
could use some work.
Yeah. Yeah. Both arms actually. The right hand facing the character is just moving up and down, and on the left arm, it's just moving left and right.
Yeah.
I mean, like we could definitely see the pose here, right? But try moving your arms a little bit and see if you could like gauge how the arms move properly.
Yeah.
Right. I know that you have like a lot of 3D understanding, primarily just because of the foot.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be hard for you to just gauge the motion. Aside from that, really,
It's in the red out of nowhere.
Ah,
All right,
Yeah.
we're good. We're good.
okay, we're good.
okay.
We're good. Sorry, got disconnected for a little bit there.
Just a little bit.
Yeah,
Why is he
just a
doing
little
that?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Maybe just YouTube hates you. Like you didn't have a problem like on Twitch,
Probably.
you know?
There's a high possibility of that being the case.
Mhm. Anyway, so we're all right. Like I love the minor details you got on here. Heck, you even like move the hair properly, right?
Yeah.
That's what I like. Man, only gripe aside from like the arms is like I don't know if you've noticed this, but like the upper thigh of the left leg is kind of like making it smaller, just a tad bit smaller. Like it looks like it's shrinking. But aside from that, it's pretty okay for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know-
okay, not gonna lie to you guys. Not gonna lie to you guys. Like, if you could just shade this and then like, if you're going to shade this would definitely pass off as a very passable idle. People won't usually notice like those minor details
Yeah, definitely.
because it has just motion enough to just excuse everything else.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're getting
Yeah.
someone in the chat talking about the eyebrows going off the head. That's not the eyebrow. That's like a little bit of the hair there.
Yeah.
It could be interpreted as eyebrow, and honestly, with a black outline, it is very hard to go around that. So, yeah. What would help with that is to actually animate that one square to move up with the follow the same like motion of the hair that's going on. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Since we're looking at this in like this is obviously a cropped spread.
Mhm.
I'm looking at it on the stream right now, where I could see clearly the top of the head.
One, and we're back.
Cool.
Coolio.
Sorry, my internet literally was like nah and like left for a second. That is on me.
Why
I
is
don't-
it fine
I
for your
don't.
stream, but not this one?
I don't know. I really don't know. I wish I could tell you. I wish.
Okay.
Just like the podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you call it? It's the vibe lag. All right. Re-explaining. It's like the top of the hair is like hanging for a bit here and there for a
Mhm.
few frames, but I mean, I see it more of a what do you call this? The hair trying to catch up to the motion anyway.
Secondary
It's
motion.
Yeah.
it's pretty good for me, but it is a little weird though because like sometimes it just freezes in mid place.
Yeah.
Yeah, you may want to check that out.
Yeah. Just making
It
sure
is
that
kinda weird.
the like lines are lining up where they need to be. I know its hair is very fluffy hair, right? It's very full. But there's still consistencies that you can maintain. That's pretty much it. But yeah, my only thing with this idle animation is the fact that the little staff thing he has isn't moving with the idol either. And I think it's because of like the arms not really moving.
Yeah.
So if you move the arms, be sure to move the stick or whatever that weapon is. And that's all for me.
I think not being able to tell what that weapon is a bit of a slight itself.
Yeah.
What is that? Is it a sword? Is it a staff? I can't tell.
It's weirdly colored.
And it's kind of jagged. I don't know.
Yeah, you need to work on that.
Yeah.
It's very unclear on what that is supposed to be. Even at this small of like... Someone said fancy stick? Well, we'll see. Whatever it is.
I mean, a lot of weapons are fancy sticks.
Yeah. Whatever it is. A little bit more clarity in its form would definitely not hurt. So definitely work on that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and move over to our last two animations before my internet shits itself yet again. We're gonna go into a fan-made terminal montage-esque character. And you fucking make this sprite massive. 300%, please.
100%.
300.
300%.
Like, I get it. You want us to see all of it. First of all, you got a lot of like dead air in the like on the top of it. Yeah. Pro tip: cut that out. Not just for us, but for rivals as well. It will actually crash the game if all of your sprites have a bunch of like dead space around it.
Yeah. Like, I know, like, it is empty space, but it still considers that part of the sprite. And if all of your sprites are the size of a wallpaper, it can't really handle that.
Yeah, you gotta minimize these things. You gotta make sure they're closer to the actual size of the sprite than anything else.
Yeah, if you want to really know what Game Maker does to the empty space, here's what it does. It thinks it's a pixel that's completely black with a 0% transparency. Every single pixel.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, save space if you can. It's excusable if it's like a tiny bit, like a lot of Astra has that, but like
A lot of base cats have that.
A lot of base cast has it.
Mhm.
But like
make sure it's not too big.
yeah, don't have it be too close to each other. That makes it very difficult for you
excusable.
personally to define things, but still.
It's excusable if it's like on testing, right? But the more you crop earlier, the better, you get into the habit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you might like finish the entire character, and then like you'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna upload this character. I'm not gonna even bother cropping or setting the code up. It's like, and then like people complain. It's like, why is it crashing a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's also a big thing. You should do that. It crashes the game. So
Remember, there's a limited memory on Game Maker itself. Like there is an actual limit to how much it could load. So yeah.
keep that in mind.
Anyway, aside from that, terminal montage. I didn't.
This is a fan character made in the style of terminal montage. So there's a lot of creative liberties going on here. It's very silly. I do like the charm about it. One thing that's screaming the most at me, and I'm quite sure this is just like an art style thing. The boy's head's a pancake.
Yeah.
Your boys got pancake head in like every sense of the word. I'm not talking about like the shape of it. I'm fine with the shape being as it is, but when it hits the ground, there's no mass there. Like, where the back of his head at? Where'd it go?
It also shrinks.
Yeah, it also shrinks.
Yeah.
By like 4 pixels.
Yeah, it's a very big shrink. for a small sprite.
Yeah, like 1 pixel is fine, 2 pixels is questionable, 3 and above, you need to start resizing things. Like,
Okay. The other things, like I noticed, like on some frames of the animation, like the outline on the floor just completely disappears.
yeah,
Yeah, it does.
Mm,
That's
And-
weird.
yeah. And also, is that a smear going back up? Because it looks like kind of dust coming off from the face.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it does look weird.
Oh,
There's a lot of weird-
it's supposed to be a smear, but like it's okay. You don't need smears everywhere, you know. The motion of the smear is not the motion that we're seeing. It's more condensed and closer to the body, when obviously it's supposed to be the head is moving from the floor. He's not like doing like a cartwheel into the standing animation. He kind of just like flops down and then hops back up.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I don't think you really need the smear there. I think you can just take that out and the animation will be fun.
Yeah.
The- Noticing just a lot of like jittery stuff. Like it
Like,
feels
I
like,
know-
it feels like when he actually like splats on the ground, like it copied.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay,
Like,
we should be
he
good.
la-
Yeah.
Okay. Like he lands on the ground and he's flat, and then it has like the trailing effect, and then it's flat again. It's like, what happened there?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it paused on the spear frame. Oh, that's terrifying.
But
Oh my god.
yeah, just
Internet.
the head size is a little different. I would say to have a different head pose, like a different head sprite. Now remember, oh, it's a terminal montage sprite.
You don't need effort.
Yeah, I need
I mean,
effort, but there's still a lot of consistency that
Yeah.
regards to it.
Yeah.
It is
Like-
cartoony.
Like, where's the hood? The hood shows up for a second, and then it disappears when he's like supposed to be like hanging in the air for a second. Then it shows up when he hits the ground, and then when you stand back up, where's the hood?
Yeah.
Like, it's very clear that it's like kind of a big hood, right? Show the hood.
Okay. I know that you're working on terminal montage to make it a lot more easier on you. But you gotta remember that it also builds upon knowledge of like regular animation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So like a lot of it regards to squash and stretch to the extreme manner.
yeah,
Very extreme.
Yeah.
Like if you
Yeah.
mean like actual like Serpello or like terminal montage itself.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it.
That's the thing. That's kind of like a misconception with terminal montage styled stuff in Rivals Workshop, is that, oh, you just draw something in a very cartoony, very like playful, almost childish style. That's pretty much it. No, like this is an animator that's been working on this shit for years. He knows the animation principles. He knows how to
Oh yeah.
he knows how to make these things and then bend the rules to a comedic fashion without
Yeah.
needing to look immature, you know? Like,
Yeah,
that's why his animations are always great when you see them, because they still follow the animation principles, even though they're just like
it's kinda
dumb
like
doodles.
it's kind of like it's kind of like a very simplified version of Looney Tunes if you think about it.
Yeah,
Oh god, you're right.
comedy in its rawest form.
Yeah, like Terminal Montage is a really good animator. Like he could animate something beautifully if he wanted to, and sometimes he does.
Yeah.
Most of the time he doesn't.
I mean, people love the Something About series, so you gotta give your viewer base what they want sometimes. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
back on topic to this, there's a lot of things that you can play up with it to make it both more terminal montage-y and make it more in line to like the rules of animation. Squash and stretch, especially when he's about to fall, right? There's a little bit of a squash and stretch when he gets back up, but it also loses his mass when he hits the ground, so that's something you need to like keep in mind. Personal suggestion, remove the shading. You got too much shading for a terminal montage kind of character. Like I'm gonna be the first one to say it, and you guys are gonna hate me for speaking the truth. This character has too much shading. Look back at all of Terminal Montage's Something About series. There's very minimal shading on things, and if it is, it's for giant like objects that isn't doing a lot of movement. Like for characters like this, they're animated without shading, so he can just keep on going to the next one. Like just because your sprite doesn't have shading, especially in a stylized style like this, that doesn't mean it's works without it. Sometimes it's fine with it without shading. This animation would be a lot cleaner, especially a lot cleaner for you working on it, because I don't think you're like I don't think you're like super like high level at this stuff. You're attempting to make something, and that's way more than most beginners, but like, you know, let's simplify things, you know. Let's try not to make this living hell for you to try to fix.
I like how this is going directly off of the last fight where we told him to add shading.
And the thing was, like, we're not telling you to throw like 17 different shades on the last one, just enough to be like, what's the front and what's the back. And meanwhile, this one,
Volume.
Yeah, volume. And this one, it's supposed to be flat.
Yeah.
That's like it's like telling someone to give shading to Paper Mario. It's like, why? He's paper. Like, it's an amalgamation of different like paper objects made to move. Like, paper is flat, therefore the character will be flat. There's no shading on it. There will be shadowing, but that's for
like
environmental
shading,
stuff.
Like shading. Well, like okay, like shading. Like Curative would say, like, oh, no shading is bad. No, it highly depends on the style of the character. It very much does.
Yeah.
Like, remember, most of like Celery's work, like Zeta and like, you know, all those god tier characters.
Oh yeah.
They don't have much shading. There is, but it fits the style really well.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, don't listen to Curated. They're a bunch of snobs.
Yeah, all of them. Every single one of them got the heads up their ass. I fucking hate every single one of them. Especially that Sprite Star guy. Fuck him. God, what is he on about? God.
Are you alright? Oh my god, look at that wish stream. It's very meticulous and very minor detail. Oh my god.
I know, right? Look at Spar.
Yeah, fucking look at him. He made fucking Punch Mouse that one time, and then he runs the place. Fucking asshole. God.
Okay, we're all joking about it. We're all joking.
Oh, we were? Okay.
We're a nice bunch of people.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. It just like, I need to point that out because, like, you know, people might say,
Yeah.
I got people like that, you know.
Siders with shading is done in such of a way that he can still do minimal shading and it still works. Like, oh, come on. All right, I think we're good now. I think the buffering is over. No, it's not. There it is. Kinda. I just want to make a point. I just want to make one point. Come on, like, work with me here. Okay, there we go.
Like you talking.
Yeah. Back to side shading. I'm gonna tell you this right now. With like definitive edition Olympia, I'm being very extra with the shading, very extra, especially in the pants. Am I gonna have fun with it? Probably, but it's still extra. Like, You don't need that much. Sai has a very great way of streamlining his own work and still having the production of said work be extremely high quality. And it goes with him understanding his art style and understanding animation principles and whatnot. You can still bend the rules, but you gotta know what the rules are first before you bend them, you know?
Yeah.
And again, you don't need your palette to have like 64 shades on it for it to be a well-made animation or a well-made sprite. You don't need that many sprites. Like hell, keep it around 15 and you're still good. Hell, you could do what fucking Sai did and kept it to like 4. Like it still works. Remember, fucking Sai's color palette for Zeta was white, black, and green. That's it. Maybe some gray, but that's still 4 colors. He had a whole bunch of other colors he could work with, and guess where that went? Special effects. So it's fine.
Game Boy palette must have been easy.
Yeah. Third Strike Extra, King of Fighters Extra. Those are both stylized in completely different ways, and there's a very big reason why every time we bring up an animation in Starry Eyes, and I don't specifically go to those games, it's because those games got a budget.
Yeah.
Like
They can afford to be extra. They literally can afford to be extra.
Yeah.
they literally can afford to be extra to flex on people.
They're getting paid.
Yeah. I'm getting paid to flex. Come
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
I don't even get paid to animate. I get paid to cut.
But
How about we proceed to the next one?
Yeah, don't be. I see SG talking about kind of afraid to shape. Keep it minimal, dude. Like enough just to show where the front and where the back is. You know, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, rival shading is very simple.
Yeah. And if you need help, use Modern Discussion 1 or 2. We'll help you out with that. All right, on to our last animation.
All right.
Where the fuck did it go?
Over there.
Where'd it go? Whoa. Hold on.
Hello?
I'm getting it. There he is.
Go up a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah, it's right there.
Give it a second.
Got it.
Yeah, all right. So,
Alright.
man, I'll never know what this reference is supposed to be.
Is that like from a game or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit.
Anyway.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Woo!
Woo!
There we go.
Oh, I was cutting out.
Everybody was cutting out.
Oh, cool. Okay, it's your internet again.
Hey.
It really hits. It really hits.
But yeah, it seems that we got ourselves a taunt of sorts.
Yeah. Taunt with a smear frame.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's a lot I could say to this personally. Let's just address the elephant in the room here and like already state that the body just grows a bit longer to accommodate for the bend. I get it. You're looking at Heritage of the Future's animations for this. And we're live.
Cool. We're back.
What the fuck?
We're back. Animation. Let us finish.
Yeah.
Right.
Heritage of the Future is the JoJo's game where those animations primarily came from. If it looked like it was a JoJo reference, it came from that game specifically. Ronald does a lot of things that comes from that, specifically the teleport and his taunts. Fuck you.
There you go. Alright. Okay, minor gripes here and there. You know what? I'm just gonna say that's not right. Like, okay, the head shrinks. The arm doesn't lift enough to portray the pose properly.
The
Why
body's-
is the legs moving away from the base position?
The arms are too not arms. The torso is too wide. You need to bring it down if he's gonna be like leaning backwards that way.
Yeah, break the arm a little bit. Break the arm, put it up, make it exaggerate.
On the floor.
What do you call it? Thighs big.
Large.
Why is it being large?
Why does his entire body change when he goes into the
Yeah. You wanna know
The
what's
arm,
like
the arm at the back somehow just doesn't stretch enough.
Yeah. You wanna know what's the worst crime of it all?
What?
The menacing effects isn't menacing. It just looks like he spawns like two little frowny faces up near him, and that was it. Like, I know it's supposed to be the call like sound effect, right? It's supposed to be the quote unquote menacing sound effect, but it doesn't look that way. You can do a lot with it. You can do a lot with it. There's just a lot of things going on with this animation that needs like a fairly a large amount of work. That doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It does not mean it's a bad thing at all. Like sometimes you just need a second pass on an animation, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to make it again, you know? That's just part of doing this kind of shit.
Yeah. Like, I feel like you did this pose without referencing the first pose. Please.
Yeah.
Make sure that like the body is equal to the to the second pose. No.
And like it's very connected, like move into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like I could tell like you tried, but yeah, like you could tell like the arm isn't long enough on the backside. Heck, the forward one doesn't stretch enough to portray that pose. It just like lazily puts it up.
Yeah.
Even though it's fast, it's just still lazy.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. Like stuff growing small. Yeah.
God,
It's a little messy.
the taunt. I would love to see like a different version of this, like a completely different version of this, where you just go fucking balls to the wall with this shit. You know, like start from scratch. This character is already like fairly simple anyway. You can afford to do it. There's not a lot of shapes going on, but like just how I already have something in mind for this, and like I think that's the worst part of me doing this podcast is like I have an animation in mind that's from like a submission. It's like, oh, this would be dope if it was this, and like I know I'm the only person that's gonna make it. I fucking know it. Because you guys don't see what I see in my head until I make it, and then that defeats the purpose of asking you to redo it if I just do it for you. Fuck.
All right. So, there is one more thing. You know about the text there? That text there? It's clearly a Japanese letter. You're doing it a disservice by deforming it.
Yeah.
All right. It's supposed to look like katakana, meaning menacing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Please don't butcher their language more than it already has been.
Like look at every like. I know you're referencing JoJo here, right? So look up menacing, JoJo, then text, then look at the font. You see those?
That's
you see that earliest square, and you're curving it here.
Yeah.
No, that is not kanji. That is actually katakana.
That is actually katakana.
Kanji
They
is
use
way
katakana
more.
for.
Yeah. Don't worry, Sai. We already called out the head change. We called out a lot of things.
And also like the two Dakten. On Dakten. It's on the right side of the text, not above it. So it kind of like looks like an emoji. Right now. So
Yeah. The B face.
But like, yeah, the sound for menacing in Japanese is the katakana, but the reason why it's a sound effect rather than a word or kanji is because it's just that one katakana multiple times, because that shows how long that sound is going. Like, this is some comic book / manga shit that we're talking into. Like,
Yeah.
or not even that. This is just like how Japanese people, like how the Japanese language perceives sounds. Like, we have a way different way of perceiving it over here in America and just other different languages in general.
Yeah.
Okay, you wanna hear what it sounds like in my head? Because like I know what it sounds like. It goes like
Yeah, like,
yeah, it's literally go. Okay.
like the sound of it sounds like unsettling chanting or unsettling rumbling. Like,
Yeah.
that's why that sound effect is used, and it's used multiple times. The fact that it only has like one, that doesn't sell, like, well, rather two on this animation doesn't sell it, and that's a completely different thing. You just make that a hit effect. It doesn't come from Mugen. Mugen does for that shit did not come from Mugen. It came from Heritage of the Future, which came from Dio, which came from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the actual fucking anime. It didn't originate from Mugen. I'm fact checking y'all right
then,
now.
Like, Ronald. Yeah, and then like
You
Ronald.
don't need to actually watch JoJo. Come on. Stop referencing it if you've never seen it.
Yeah, and then like Ronald just referenced that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ronald is a JoJo reference.
Literally, draw over.
I mean,
And
Ronald references a lot of things. References Dio, obviously. Dio and Shadow Dio from Heritage of the Future. It also references a lot of like SNK characters, like what's his name? Rugal. That's where Genocide Cutter comes from.
the sound effects alone.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of like references that character comes up with, along with just like weird other sounds that they found, I guess, from another character or something. I don't know. Like,
All right.
those sound effects does not originate from Mugen. All of those sound effects came from somewhere else. It did not originate from Mugen. It was just popularized because the characters on Mugen. Yeah, fact checking. That's it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right. So, yeah.
Okay. This has been nagging me for the entire time the sprite's been on screen. Forgive me if I sound a little more crass than usual. You made it ping pong! You did a ping pong animation for this. Why is the smear going on? Well, why is the smear even on the arm? Why is it on the going out and going back in? The stream's fucking buffering and nobody's hearing me say this shit.
Is buffering that bad?
Okay.
Part 2, go for it.
Hey, how much did you hear that?
Ping pong.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll just say that again. The animation's fucking ping-ponged on a pose like this. Why is the smear even on the arm? Why is it on the arm going in and out? Why is he moving his arm that fast? Ah! You just wanted to get into the pose, didn't you? You didn't think about the motion.
Like, here's the thing. Well, fucking that's another thing. That's an animation principle you need to learn on, called fucking key posing.
Yeah.
This animation would have been so fucking cool if like the character leans back, like turns his shoulders towards, so like that, like facing towards the character, left arm, like that shoulder moves in to the turn forward, right? You see a little bit of his back. Do a little bit with the arm placement. I don't know, maybe put it to the shoulder, do something else, like put him on his hip, something like that, or whatever. Then like arm, instead of like being a smear, just have it like bend as it's it's pointing up, and then snaps straight to the snap to the point going forward. and then ease into the idle. Like,
Yeah.
that animation would be way more stronger than what we got here right now.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's because you're afraid to draw more things for this? I don't know, but you need, if you want a character, you want this taunt to come off as menacing as possible, you gotta put in the extra effort and make people feel scared when they fucking see this shit on the screen. Like, no amount of loud sounds will make this more menacing. Like, you gotta sell it, and you're not selling it with this animation.
I don't like ping pong animation, and I can spot it from a fucking mile away.
Yeah.
If you really need references, there's a lot of references in Heritage of the Future.
Yeah.
On Dingo. Like,
Or hell, even any of the characters from that, like, they all follow that same, like, dramatic posing for a lot of their poses. Like, there's not one single animation in there, aside from Pet Shop, but even then, there's a fucking bird. Like, everyone has, like, some kind of interesting thing going on how they're, like, posing and how they're, like, moving. Look at any of those characters. It doesn't have to just be Dio. There's something to be learned from everybody.
You could say that there's a lot of JoJo references.
You know, if this wasn't a podcast, I'm like co-starring with you guys. I don't know who's the host here anymore. I talk the most, I guess. I don't fucking know. I'd like to quit the stream right the fuck now.
okay, like aside from slam dunking this animation, I think we're done.
Yeah, that's all we got. Always
right.
Find us in modding discussion if you need any extra tips for this stuff outside of the podcast. But yeah, that's a very buggy Starry Eyes, I suppose.
Yeah. Before we end though, I do want to point out, okay, right? I know we've been like preaching the animation. I forgot fundamentals of animation.
Yeah.
Right? But you're not only following that. You're following also the 5 fundamentals of game animation.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
All right, and you could totally like look this up, right? Extra Frames has this. What do you call it? There's also another YouTuber who also has this. Like, I want to point this out because like it's one made by Dan Root, right? Like if you search up the 5 fundamentals of game animations, you could definitely learn from there.
Mm-hmm.
There's feel, there's fluidity, there's readability, context, and elegance.
Yeah.
All 5 of that is important. You gotta strike the balance, and this is why we're pointing out a lot of things that's wrong. Like aside from it like breaking out from like the fundamentals of animation, but it is also key important to that. So go look those up. I'll link the very start of the entire YouTube series and chat right now, so you can look it up. So here you go. And yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Just point it out. There you go. Right, and this is where we end.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we're still not caught up, so submissions are still paused for the moment. But once we're caught up, we will open up submissions, so everyone will be able to submit. Please, I don't want to look in SE submissions and there's like 50 of them bitches. Come on, man. Like, use
by the same person.
Like, use modding discussions if you need something at the moment, right? Like, you don't have to wait a week to get improvements on that stuff. We are still in the server. Like, just add us there if you need like us specifically to look at it. There's a lot of other like good animators and good artists in Extended Workshop that can be more than happy to help you. But like, as far as this podcast go, you don't need to like strictly rely on us for it. or rather rely on this podcast. You can still ask us outside of it.
Yeah. We still exist.
Absolutely. We still exist. We're there to be tagged, and you know, there's like I've seen people, like a lot of people on what do you call this? Modding discussion, right? And please, if you are looking for critique, don't just post this right in there. No one has context.
Yeah.
Please talk about it.
Yeah.
I keep seeing that, and it's like, okay. And it's like, okay, progress on this. Stop song. That's it.
Hey guys,
What
how's
are
my
you
jump squat go?
Yeah. And if you say that you rarely get actual feedback, please ping us. We're there waiting. Like I never get any pings.
We're literally professional animators.
Oh my gosh. Or like ping anyone that you think that you might help you
Oh fuck!
better.
I can actually say that now. I'm a professional animator. Fuck.
Yeah.
I just thought about that.
If you've ever done animation and you got paid for it, you're a professional animator.
God damn it! I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah. Alright. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of things that you could like, you know, could say to get feedback, you know, talk about it, wait for feedback, or like you know, actually like think of stuff like, okay, this might be wrong. Can you please tell me what's wrong? Or like, you know, there's a lot of things you could do, right?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of it involves interaction. If you don't get any feedback, likely either you're posting on the wrong time where people are kind of asleep. You know, there are time zones.
Yeah.
There are time zones. Or you're just not talking about it enough. Like I've seen like the what do you call this? The Mortal Kombat guy just saying nothing.
Yeah, like he's just there. I mean, he talks to me in DMs, but like, even then, there's not much going on there. Like, if you got something on your mind, right? If there's something about an animation that's bugging you, do what like fucking Buttercup does, and like how Lucario does, and just like let us know, man. Like, I'm not just saying me specifically, just let somebody know. Like,
yeah, just let us know. Also, like, if you look at the modding that's a example. Yeah, like Jank's sang stream, like posting the sprite, and then say, "How's the turn animation?" Look at that! They're actually getting feedback.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Say something.
Please.
The only
It's like you're there.
Yeah, I'm saying Mortal Kombat because like it's the most memorable one, but yeah, it's Solid Sunny. I'm sorry about that.
yeah, like the reason why we gush about like Dare's characters, right? The reason why we gush about like Sai every once in a blue moon when he submits something and it doesn't get made. I'm looking at you, Sai. I'm looking at your username right now with your smug ass shit. Fucking. And all these other like creators, and we call them out by name, is because we've talked to them, right?
Yeah,
like they came to us for advice or just to show us what's going on. So like, if we have no idea what your character is about or anything, or even worse, we don't even know who the fuck you are, like change that, talk to us, like it's fine.
Yeah, become known.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like slide into our DMs if you don't think, you know, slide into our DMs if you don't think like we're on about. And it's like, oh, I need help with this. Though, like, okay. Although, before you ping, please try it first in public, right?
Yeah.
Before you ping or you slide into DMs, try it out first. If it doesn't, work on like maybe like the first few days, then you could like, you know, try and get
Yeah.
into.
We shouldn't need we shouldn't need to do the thing where I don't know how many Twitter artists, like artist Twitter people in the chat, but we shouldn't need a thing where like people are like, hey, with no context, and we have to get scared. Like, no.
Hey.
Hi.
Approach with context.
Yes, like especially if you're looking for information, you'll just start off with hey, because like now we just don't know what the fuck to do. Like,
yeah. A lot of us are just ranting on the stream, but like, you know, there is solutions. It's not just Starry Eyes. Not just Starry Eyes. Okay. So yeah.
There
you
go. Valuable opinion.
I just got something in the chat. But yeah, and a podcast for realsy this time. Yeah, we will catch you guys on the next one.
Yeah. Remember to shine away and reach your dreams. Keep it simple, guys. I'm dead serious. Keep it simple.
Peace out, everybody.
You guys ever hear the genre noise wall?
The fuck is a noise wall?
What?